Oh my gosh. What day is
Okay.
it? Is it Saturday?
You are
Oh my
live.
gosh. Okay, guys, good morning. How are you doing? It's me, San Martin, and I'm a little bit dressed under because I'm going to be doing some other things live today over at the rodeo grounds. But I needed to do something here first this morning because guess what? We have some special guests to go ahead and talk to. But let me go ahead and get this special episode thing going on right now. Boom. Oh man, see that's me. I need the bow tie thing, guys. So, anyways, without further ado, we have some big things that we are wanting to do. I actually put out a post just recently and asking about all the health providers, anybody that has to deal with wellness and mental, anything that has to deal with that. We want to go ahead and interview, and we also want to go ahead and talk about some things. So, I ended up grabbing these guys, and as you guys can see on the actual ad or the preview or whatever. It's Prescott Compounding Pharmacy. How you guys doing?
Hi,
Hi.
we're good. Thanks for
Good
having
morning.
us.
Yep. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so Eric, you're totally right. If you're watching this, my friend, you're totally right. I need to get a charger for my freaking laptop, and boom, that's how come we're a little bit late, guys. So without any more of my rubbish, tell everybody who you guys are and what makes you famous.
Sure. Yeah. First, thanks for having us. This is an awesome setup, and thanks whoever's watching out there for joining this morning. So my name's Jimmy. This is Madison, my wife. We're both pharmacists. We co-own, and I manage the Prescott Compounding Pharmacy. So Prescott Compounding Pharmacy it's been around for 8 years, but we recently purchased it, and then we moved to a new location. So we both graduated from University of Hawaii.
Mhm.
I serve as the co-chair of the Continuing Education Committee at AZPA, which is a Arizona Pharmacy Association, and I'm an adjunct professor at the Midwestern University.
Yep. And this year, AZPA also nominated him, and he was awarded the Pharmacist of the Year award. So, yay, Jimmy!
Thank you.
And this is where the big old.
Yep. We'll put them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put some sound
Special
effects.
effects.
And
I'm Madison. Like he said, I graduated from University of Hawaii as well. I kind of started my career in hospital and then moved into community and compounding, and just fell in love with the compounding world, and even more so with the natural, like the supplements and over the counters and things like that. Going to be starting a certification in functional medicine soon, so stay tuned for that.
Yep.
And
we have our baby off screen.
Yep.
So if you see me go in and out, it's because I'm just kind of watching her today. But yeah.
Which is totally okay with us because we over here, we don't take professionalism too good, but at the same time, we do bring professionals on here. And I was actually trying to ask the reason why I brought you guys on here, and we are going to be bringing a lot more people that are very professional to this place because we want to talk to the community about preventative maintenance. And when I talk about preventative maintenance, it's the way that I am choosing to go ahead and help out our community by giving them alternative ways to go ahead and keep themselves healthy, and also be able to go ahead and say, hey, listen, if you're feeling a little bit like this and you're feeling a little bit like this, there's a good chance that you might need a little bit of this. And this is where you guys come in because your education is somewhere in the middle of like, we know how to go ahead and get you guys feeling good. We know how to make you feel better. I personally just went to your guys' place and I said, hey man, my gut's not doing too dang good. And I mean, without TMI, I'm just going to say this is that when you need some extra supplements, your body starts telling you these things.
Mhm.
And as you guys actually work for the pharmacy and you guys do the things that you do, what kind of stuff do you see? Like, let's just talk about during this time of the season. Obviously, this is one of those cold seasons, and everybody's getting a little bit, feeling a little bit underneath the weather. What do you guys suggest as far as getting into seasons like allergy season, cold season, and sometimes it would be like lazy season because let's face it, some of us just need a little bit of extra help with energy and health or dietary needs,
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, today we were kind of going to cover it was a pretty broad spectrum of things. So, Jimmy was really going to focus on like mental health, and exercise is such a huge part of any disease state, whether it's allergies or the flu or, thyroid issues, anything like that, it's going to be a huge component of that. So we kind of want to hit on that a little bit today. And then the other part is going to be just natural supplements and vitamins and things that you might need to support your body during those kinds of times. And like we kind of wanted to start off differentiating between professional line supplements and the supplements that you can find just like over the counter at your regular retail stores. So we carry the professional line supplements at our pharmacy just because we believe so strongly in how beneficial they are for you. The over-the-counter ones, sometimes they have good products, but a lot of the time they don't use the most bioavailable ingredients. So sometimes you take those supplements and you're just not really even getting the benefit from them, kind of just throwing your money down the drain sometimes. Sometimes some of those manufacturers don't have the best practices in terms of their factory, like where they actually make the medications. So that's why we go with the professional line supplements, just to make sure that you're really getting the full benefit from the supplement and you're getting everything that you're paying for. It's one of those things, it's like your food. If you spend a little bit more money on your food, you're getting better quality stuff. So it's the same thing with supplements, same thing with hair products, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. So we always recommend those professional line supplements.
And I think that with pharmacy school, we're taught, sometimes people come to pharmacies, they're sick already. So for our pharmacy, we try to also practice preventative maintenance. And in school, they teach us, methods, they call it non-pharmacological treatments. So you talked about allergies and the flu, all starts off with, your nutrition, your diet. Obviously, everybody knows, or at least a lot of people know the basics of it, but it all starts with that as well. So, we talked about allergies, right? We offer a supplement, but also, with allergies, the first thing is avoid the triggers. With the cold, the first all starts out with stress management and exercise, which is something I was going to talk about today.
Most definitely. She's like, hey guys, I got something to say too.
I'm over here. Hello.
Okay, so this is a good thing. People are actually, Nancy, we actually see all your guys' comments, and just be aware, guys, if you guys have a question, go ahead and chime in.
Yes.
If we can't get it to you today, we will go ahead and try to get them to answer those questions. Or you can go ahead and go into their lovely location that's up there at the Frontier Village. Anyways, Nancy wants to know, I get my dogs, sorry, she actually has, okay, so I get my dog's Panis eye meds from a compounded pharmacy in Florida. Do you guys make meds for animals?
Absolutely, we make meds for animals. That's a big part of what we do, actually. Anything that's like an eye drop, I think is what she said, is something that needs to be made in a special sterile room. So our sister pharmacy that is down in Peoria, Arizona, they have the sterile room, so they do eye drops and injectables, but anything else we can definitely make up here in Prescott.
That's amazing. Thank you for answering that, first of all. So this is the good thing about what you guys are doing. You guys are giving alternative ways, and you are also mixing the things in general. I am kind of like trying to understand the whole compounding part, because when you walk up into your facility, your place, your store, which you guys are able to go there, you can actually go in there and talk about the things that are coming down on us. Like, for instance, I'm like, oh man, obviously there's things going around the area, and I just want to have this built up immune system. I find myself in a kind of a predicament because I'm always trying to figure out what is good for my stomach, as far as foods, as far as water, as far as just being able to have the right substance. Because I talked to my doctor, and I was like, man, I'm getting old. I think that I'm getting tired. And I was like, what do you have to give me? She goes, drink more coffee. And I'm like, what? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually love that plant. I love the ability to see the bean or whatever you may call it. But even some of that actually ends up turning my stomach upside down. And I'm like, well, I can't really take that either. So what do you guys have to go ahead and talk about in general scenes like that right now?
I think we were talking before we went on live, is pharmacists play a key in this whole holistic team. You talked about water and like how it's filtered. So our job is to provide, in this community, compounded prescriptions, but also supplements. And you might see a physician provide this way or a nutritionist provide this way, but it's all together. So our job as a compounding pharmacy, and I'll try to kind of distinguish the difference between like a Walgreens and us, is they provide medications that are manufactured by big companies. I guess in case we do custom. So let's say you want Tylenol 101 milligrams. We can do that. Or something that's back order, or we can put flavors in pet medications. So that's kind of what's compounding pharmacy. Sometimes people come in the store and they're like, what is a compounding pharmacy?
It's like, I want some vanilla vitamin C, please. And you're just like, yeah, I got you covered. Let's do this.
Yeah.
You guys are like a mixture for a coffee place, man. I love it.
One of your earlier questions, and then this question is kind of like, things that we see frequently in the community. So a big one is, which we kind of touched on, was allergies. And we have, natural things to kind of help with that, like quercetin and stinging nettle and things like that. But then the other one that I see all the time is gut stuff. Everybody has gut stuff. And it seems like now everyone is developing these new allergies. Like, oh, I never had a gluten intolerance before, and now I do.
Exactly.
Or I never had a corn intolerance before, and now I do. And it just tears your stomach up. People are having constipation, diarrhea. They're tired. Their joints hurt. Like they're mentally drained, and they feel foggy, and they just can't remember things. That's all related to your gut health.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you eat things that you have an inflammatory response to, and you might not even know what it is that's causing this inflammatory response. So sometimes it's helpful to do like an elimination diet, or even testing for food sensitivities. But let's say you have a gluten intolerance. So when you eat gluten, your stomach is creating this inflammatory response. There's all this histamine release. It's tearing up the inside of your, on a cellular level in your intestines. They're separating and getting loose. And then that creates its own list of problems where it lets in toxins, it lets in viruses, it lets in bacteria into your body that usually your stomach and your intestines keep out. And then you're also not being able to absorb the nutrients that you are eating. So let's say you're still eating all your vegetables every day, but you're not really getting the full benefit of it because
I'm like, sign me up.
You're tearing up your gut with gluten. So it just cascades, and then it goes around and around and around.
I am 100. I mean, I turned, once again, guys, it's my birthday at the end of the month, September 30th. I'm going to turn 43 years old, and I have never experienced any of these things that have ever happened.
Yep.
Okay, so it literally started when when food decided to go ahead and have an extra shelf life. And I don't know if you guys remember, some things you're like, oh, you better drink that milk within 7 days. Now you got 14 days on that thing. And it's just like, ooh, what is wrong with our food today? Which, I mean, you guys don't have to explain yourself, but what can they do? If you guys are watching this, this is my question too. What can we do to help that? Mm-hmm. I mean, is this something that you guys could actually do in-house by saying, hey, so what is going on with you? This is something that we could actually give to you. Mm-hmm. And then think that this might be able to be an assistance, or should they go to their doctor first and get the idea of what they need and then head to you guys to go ahead and find that?
I think what starts with the nutrition and your diet, and a lot of people are deficient in nutrients, so we can help by providing basic nutrients. Mm-hmm. Vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, these are all part of just normal function in your body.
Organic. Try to get everything organic that you possibly can. When you go to the grocery store, and you should shop on the outside parts of the grocery store. So that's where they have produce, and then in the back section, they have, dairy and meat and stuff like that. And then usually breads and grains. Everything in the middle, frozen is sometimes okay, but everything else in the middle is processed. Everything that comes in a box is processed. So all of that is going to lead to inflammation in your body.
No more cereal.
I love cereal.
I know. I love freaking eating cereal, man. That was my go-to meal.
I know.
I don't care what time of day it was, cereal. My stomach was feeling a little bit bad, drink a little bit of milk. I mean, now I can't, because that milk is actually messing me up.
Yeah, it's got the lactose in there. It's got hormones in there. Sometimes it has antibiotics in there. Just all kinds of stuff. So even milk, try to get something organic and make sure the cows are grass fed. If you can go to a farmer's market that's in your area, that's even better.
Because
so that's how you
that's coming from the dirt and
that's
the,
how
the
you
grounds
avoid a lot
from
of that
us.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's in the dirt. There's heavy metals in the dirt that get into foods, and that can cause toxicity. So it's everywhere.
Okay, so this is amazing. This is a conversation that we are going to keep on going with. We are definitely going to try to bring everybody on here. So if you guys find this information valuable for you and your people that are in your home, or even somebody that's hanging out with you, mom, dad, sister, child, whatever it may be, and you are finding these certain symptoms going on, reach out. We are going to try to bring everybody we can possibly to go help educate us, because let's just face it, preventative maintenance is the best maintenance. And once again, I think a healthy lifestyle is going to be a long lifestyle if you just do it right. I mean, you got to have that even balance, and it is what it is. So tell everybody how to get a hold of you and where to find you.
Yep. So, well, we're in Frontier Village, right next to Target, like you guys said. We can also be reached at our websites. So our website is prescottrx.com. So all of our information is on there. We also have our Instagram, which is PCPRX. That's our handle. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Handle.
Yeah.
So that's the best. That's the best way. If you want to just
the star of the show,
old fashioned, you want to give us a call. Our phone number is 928-515-2354. We're open Monday through Friday, or you can just come on in to the pharmacy as well.
9 to 5:30.
Okay, one. I'm so sorry. One more last question from Haley. Can you guys do the food sensitivity test?
So we can order the food sensitivity tests.
I would like one. I mean, we actually were talking about.
They're so helpful. Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, I'm kind of working on getting my functional medicine certification, and I can definitely get really deep into all of that stuff. We have a pharmacist that we work with, and then also we're having a new practitioner, Dr. Kenna, who's going to be renting a space from us. So they can both help to evaluate those as well. The best thing to do is even just start with an elimination diet. And you can look those up online.
I'm trying.
Or you can call us and we can help you. We can help walk you through that. So it's basically like a 3-week process where you cut out everything and then you slowly introduce things back in, and you listen to your body and find out what it is that when you introduce it back in that's causing that inflammatory response. And you're like, oh, that must be it. I just added corn today and now I feel awful. So it must be corn. So that's how you find that out without doing the testing and everything.
My corn tortillas, my bread for my breakfast, it's all like no bueno. And so with that being said, yes, Haley, it's going to happen. We should all just do one and see what goes down. If you guys want more information, do they have to have an appointment to come see you guys?
Not me. Come in anytime. Like sometimes I see people that are kind of like, should I go in? Come in.
Just come on in.
And if you have questions, I'll look at the threads. I'll try to follow up with everybody in Madison, try to answer as many questions. I know somebody had like a celiac, Hashimoto's question, but we can follow up later.
Yeah, and if once again you guys have the ability to go up there and talk with these guys at any point in time, obviously as long as it's not busy, they will definitely give you their time. And once again, thank you guys for showing up this morning. Thank you for being so good.
This is Tegan.
Yeah, she just wanted to get on the screen. She's
I know.
I got this, man. I need my screen time too.
We just want to say thank you for having us. And,
thank you guys. Thank you guys. You guys are going to do something great for the community, and we are going to make sure that everybody knows about it.
And we're really happy to be move up here with the community. So far, it's been awesome, and people like you have been making it great.
Yeah. A little bit more comfortable to understand that you could actually talk to people that are wanting to listen and also help you out. And thank you guys for joining over there. You guys are amazing. You guys get the behind the scenes. So we're going to close out on this one right here. But at the same time, if you guys want to go ahead and get a hold of them, you're more than welcome to. And then tell them one more time the phone number.
928-515-2354.
And Eric in the beginning said LOL because I told him that I needed to get a charter. He's like, you guys rock. He wanted to let you guys know that you guys rock. So with that being said, guys, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war, and have a great Saturday. We'll see you guys on Monday. Or actually, I'm going to be live later. So you guys just hang out on the Prescott Times. Just stay there all day long. It's okay. I'll be there shortly. Bye-bye.
Bye.